Hey Aries, I need to talk to you about something really interesting that came up in today's reading. So I pulled cards specifically asking what the universe wants you to take action on right now. And honestly, the energy that came through is pretty fascinating. Let me share what showed up, because I think this is going to resonate with a lot of you. The first card that came out is the Six of Pentacles. And when I saw this, I had to pause for a second because the timing feels really specific. This card is all about the flow of giving and receiving, and what the universe is highlighting here is that you need to take action on balancing this energy in your life. Now, I know that sounds kind of vague, so let me break down exactly what I am seeing here. The Six of Pentacles traditionally shows someone in a position of abundance sharing with others. But the deeper message for you Aries is about recognizing where you have been giving too much or perhaps not receiving enough. The universe is asking you to take a really honest look at your relationships, your work situations, your friendships, and identify where the exchange has become imbalanced. This is not about being selfish or suddenly cutting people off. It is about understanding that healthy relationships and situations require reciprocity. What I find really interesting about this card in your reading is that it is asking you to take action today on setting better boundaries around your generosity. You have this incredible fire energy as an Aries, and you tend to give a lot when you care about something or someone. But the Six of Pentacles is showing me that there are situations where you have been pouring from an empty cup, and the universe is literally telling you to stop that pattern now, not tomorrow, not next week, but starting today. The action step here is practical. Look at your calendar. Look at your commitments. Look at where your energy has been going. The universe wants you to identify at least one area where you need to either ask for help, delegate something, or simply say no to additional demands. This might feel uncomfortable because you are used to being the one who handles everything, but that is exactly why this card showed up. The imbalance has gone on long enough. There is also another layer to this card that I am picking up on. The Six of Pentacles can indicate that you are actually in a position to receive something significant, but you might be blocking it because you are so focused on giving or doing things yourself. The universe is asking you to open your hands and actually allow good things to flow to you. This could be help from others, opportunities, resources, or even emotional support. Whatever it is, you need to take action on being receptive instead of always being in provider mode. Now the second card that came through is the King of Pentacles. And this energy is really powerful when it comes to what you need to take action on. The King of Pentacles represents mastery over the material world, financial stability, and building something that lasts. When I see this card in a reading about what to take action on, it is telling me that the universe wants you to step into a leadership role regarding your resources and long-term plans. Let me explain what this actually means for you as an Aries. The King of Pentacles is not impulsive. This is earth energy at its most grounded and strategic. So the universe is asking you to take action on creating a solid plan for something you have been thinking about. This could be related to your career, your finances, a business idea, or even how you manage your home and personal resources. The key word here is structure. You need to stop winging it in certain areas and actually build a framework that will support your goals. The action the universe wants from you today is to sit down and map something out. I'm talking about getting specific with numbers, timelines, and concrete steps. If this is about money, maybe it is finally creating that budget or investment plan you have been putting off. If this is about career, maybe it is outlining exactly what you need to do to reach the next level instead of just hoping it happens. The King of Pentacles does not leave things to chance. And right now, neither should you. What I am also sensing with this card is that you have the capability to master something important, but you need to take action on developing that skill or knowledge further. The King of Pentacles is someone who has put in the work to become an expert. So the universe might be nudging you to invest in yourself through education, training, or mentorship. This is not about quick fixes. This is about building real expertise that will serve you for years to come. There is also a message here about being more practical and less idealistic in a specific situation. Aries energy can sometimes get caught up in the excitement of possibilities without considering the practical realities. The King of Pentacles is asking you to take action on being more realistic. Look at the facts, look at the resources you actually have available, and make decisions based on what is truly feasible rather than what sounds exciting in theory. The third card is the Ace of Swords, and oh well, this is where things get really clear. The Ace of Swords is all about mental clarity, truth, and breakthrough moments. When this card shows up asking what you need to take action on, it is telling you that there is something you already know deep down but you have not fully acknowledged or acted upon yet. The universe wants you to stop avoiding that truth and actually face it head on. Let me be more specific about what this looks like. The Ace of Swords represents a new way of thinking or a realization that cuts through confusion and illusion. So the action the universe wants from you is to have that difficult conversation you have been postponing, or to make that decision you have been avoiding, or to speak up about something that needs to be said. This card does not mess around. It is about cutting to the heart of the matter with honesty and courage. For a lot of you Aries watching this, I am sensing that there is a situation where you have been trying to be nice or diplomatic, but deep down you know that clarity is needed more than politeness right now. The Ace of Swords is asking you to take action on communicating clearly and directly. This does not mean being harsh or cruel, but it does mean stopping the hints and the hoping that others will figure things out. Say what needs to be said. The Ace of Swords also represents mental breakthroughs and new ideas. So another way the universe might want you to take action is by finally pursuing that idea that keeps coming back to you. You know, the one, that concept or project or solution that your mind keeps returning to even when you try to focus on other things. That is the Ace of Swords energy trying to break through. The action step is to at least start exploring it. Write it down, research it, talk to someone about it. Take the first tangible step toward bringing that mental energy into physical reality. There is also something here about cutting away what is no longer serving you. The Ace of Swords is a blade, and sometimes we need to use it to sever connections, habits, or situations that are holding us back. The universe is asking you to take action on releasing something. This could be an outdated belief about yourself, a commitment that no longer aligns with your path, or even a relationship that has run its course. The cut needs to be clean and decisive. Moving into the fourth card, we have the Nine of Pentacles. And this is such a beautiful card, but it comes with a specific message for you. The Nine of Pentacles represents independence, self-sufficiency, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. When I see this in a reading about what to take action on, it is telling me that the universe wants you to focus on cultivating more independence in some area of your life. Let me break this down because independence can mean different things. For some of you, this might be about financial independence. The universe is asking you to take action on creating your own income stream or reducing your reliance on others for money. This does not mean you need to do everything alone, but it does mean building your own foundation so that you are not dependent on circumstances outside your control. For others, this card is about emotional independence. The Nine of Pentacles shows someone who is complete within themselves, who does not need external validation to feel worthy. So the action the universe wants from you might be to work on your self-esteem and self-reliance in relationships. Stop waiting for others to make you feel good about yourself. Take action on building that sense of worth from within. There is also a really important message here about enjoying where you are right now. The Nine of Pentacles is about appreciating what you have built and taking pleasure in your current circumstances. A lot of times as an Aries, you are so focused on the next goal, the next achievement, the next thing to conquer, that you forget to actually enjoy the present moment. The universe is asking you to take action on savoring your life as it is right now. This might sound like a weird action step, but it is actually really important. Today, the universe wants you to do something that brings you pleasure and satisfaction. Not something productive, not something that leads to a goal, just something that makes you feel good. Take a walk in nature, enjoy a nice meal, spend time on a hobby you love. The Nine of Pentacles is reminding you that life is meant to be enjoyed, not just endured or conquered. I am also picking up that this card is asking you to take action on creating more beauty and comfort in your physical environment. Your space affects your energy more than you might realize. So maybe today is the day you finally rearrange that room, or get those flowers for your desk, or invest in that piece that will make your space feel more like a sanctuary. Small actions that honor your need for beauty and peace. The fifth card is the Six of Wands. And when this showed up, I got excited because this card is all about victory, recognition, and moving forward with confidence. But in the context of what the universe wants you to take action on, it has a very specific message. The Six of Wands is asking you to take action on owning your achievements and stepping into the spotlight. Here is what I mean by that. A lot of you Aries have accomplished really impressive things, but you might have a tendency to downplay them or move on to the next thing so quickly that you never really acknowledge what you have done. The universe is asking you to take action on celebrating yourself. This might mean updating your resume or portfolio to reflect your achievements. Or it might mean allowing yourself to accept compliments without deflecting them. Or it might mean putting yourself forward for opportunities that require confidence. The Six of Wands traditionally shows someone riding high on a horse while others cheer. This is not about being arrogant. This is about recognizing that you have earned your place and you deserve to be seen. So the action step today is to do something that puts you in a position of visibility. Maybe it is posting about your work on social media. Maybe it is applying for that promotion. Maybe it is speaking up in a meeting. Whatever it is, stop hiding your light. I am also getting that the Six of Wands is about taking action on pursuing recognition in a specific area. If you have been working hard at something but not getting the acknowledgement you deserve, the universe is saying it is time to be more proactive about making sure your efforts are seen. This does not mean begging for attention. It means strategically positioning yourselves so that the right people notice what you bring to the table. There is another layer here about leadership. The Six of Wands often appears when someone is ready to take on a more prominent role. The universe might be asking you to take action on stepping up as a leader in your community, your workplace, or your social circle. You have the skills and the vision. Now you need to actually claim that leadership position instead of waiting for someone to hand it to you. What I find really interesting about this card in your reading is that it suggests success is actually available to you right now. But you need to take action on going after it with confidence. There is no more waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect circumstances. The universe is saying that you are ready now. So, act like it. The sixth card is the Hanged Man. And I know this might seem like a strange card when we are talking about taking action, because the Hanged Man is often associated with surrender and waiting. But hear me out, because the message here is actually really profound. The universe is asking you to take action on changing your perspective about something. The Hanged Man represents seeing things from a completely different angle. So what the universe wants you to do today is to actively choose to look at a challenging situation from a new perspective. This is an action even though it happens in your mind first. You have been stuck in one way of thinking about something, and that perspective is limiting your options and keeping you frustrated. The action is to consciously and deliberately shift how you are looking at it. Let me give you a practical example. Maybe there is a problem at work that has been stressing you out because you keep approaching it the same way and hitting the same wall. The Hanged Man is asking you to take action on brainstorming completely different approaches, even ones that seem counterintuitive. Or maybe there is a relationship issue where you keep focusing on what the other person is doing wrong. The action would be to shift your focus to what you can control and how you might be contributing to the dynamic. The Hanged Man also represents sacrifice and letting go of control. So another way to interpret this card is that the universe wants you to take action on surrendering something. This could be a need to control how things unfold, or attachment to a specific outcome, or a belief that you have to do everything yourself. The action is to consciously release that grip and trust that things can work out even without your constant intervention. I am also sensing that this card is asking you to take action on pausing before reacting. As an Aries, your instinct is often to act quickly and decisively. But the Hanged Man is suggesting that in at least one situation right now, the best action is to deliberately slow down and create space before you respond. This might feel really uncomfortable, but that is exactly why it is important. There is something here about taking action on spiritual or personal growth that requires you to step back from your usual busy pace. The Hanged Man often appears when we need to retreat and reflect in order to gain wisdom. So maybe the universe is asking you to take action on scheduling time for meditation, journaling, therapy, or whatever practice helps you go deeper. This is not idle time. This is intentional pause that serves your growth. The seventh card is Death. And before anyone freaks out, let me say that the Death card is rarely about physical death. It is about transformation, endings, and new beginnings. When this card appears asking what you need to take action on, it is telling you that the universe wants you to actively participate in a transformation that is trying to happen in your life. Here is what that means practically. There is something in your life that has been dying a slow death, but you have been trying to keep it alive out of fear or habit or loyalty. The universe is asking you to take action on finally letting it go. This could be a relationship, a job, a living situation, an identity, a dream that no longer fits. The action is to consciously and deliberately release it rather than continuing to drag it along. The Death card is also about taking action on embracing change rather than resisting it. There is a transformation happening whether you cooperate with it or not, but your experience of it will be much smoother if you work with the energy instead of against it. So today, take action on identifying where you are resisting change and make a conscious choice to lean into it instead. I am picking up that for a lot of you. This card is specifically about taking action on ending patterns that no longer serve you. These could be behavioral patterns, thought patterns, or relationship patterns that you keep repeating even though they make you unhappy. The Death card is saying it is time to actually break those cycles. This requires conscious effort and probably some discomfort, but it is necessary for your evolution. The Death card also represents the space between what was and what will be. So another action the universe might want from you is to take action on clearing space in your life. This could be literal space like decluttering your home or schedule, or it could be energetic space like clearing out old emotions or grievances. The new cannot come in until you make room for it. There is also a message here about reinvention. The Death card suggests that you are ready to shed an old version of yourself and step into a new identity. The action the universe wants is for you to take concrete steps toward becoming that new version. Change your appearance if that feels right. Take on new challenges, develop new skills, surround yourself with different people. Take action on actively creating the person you are becoming rather than passively hoping you will change. The eighth card is the Five of Swords. And I have to be honest, this is a challenging card that comes with an important warning. The Five of Swords is often about conflict, defeat, and the consequences of winning at all costs. When I see this card in a reading about what to take action on, it is usually asking you to examine where you might be engaging in conflict in an unhealthy way. So the action the universe wants from you today is to take a step back from a conflict or competitive situation and really assess whether winning is worth what it is costing you. The Five of Swords can indicate that you are so focused on being right or coming out on top that you are damaging important relationships or compromising your own values. The action is to choose peace over victory in at least one situation. This does not mean you should be a doormat or let people walk all over you, but it does mean recognizing when a battle is not worth fighting. The Five of Swords often shows up when we are being asked to pick our battles more wisely. So take action today on disengaging from conflicts that are draining your energy without producing any meaningful result. I am also sensing that this card might be asking you to take action on addressing your own aggressive or competitive tendencies. Aries energy can sometimes be combative even when it is not necessary. The Five of Swords is inviting you to examine whether you are creating unnecessary conflict because it feels familiar or because you are operating from a scarcity mindset where you feel like you have to fight for everything. The action step here might be to take a more collaborative approach to something where you have been operating with an every person for themselves mentality. Instead of seeing others as competitors, take action on finding ways to work together toward mutual benefit. This shift in perspective can open up possibilities that did not exist when you were in battle mode. There is also something here about taking action on addressing damage that has been done through conflict. If you have been involved in a situation where things were said or done that caused hurt, the Five of Swords might be asking you to take action on making amends or at least acknowledging the impact. This requires humility and the willingness to admit when you were wrong, which can be hard for Aries energy, but it is necessary for healing. The ninth card is the Ten of Cups, and this is such a beautiful card to have in your reading. The Ten of Cups represents emotional fulfillment, harmony, and the joy that comes from deep connections. When this card appears asking what you need to take action on, it is telling you that the universe wants you to prioritize your relationships and emotional well-being. The specific action the universe is asking for is to take steps today toward creating more harmony in your personal life. This might mean having a heart-to-heart conversation with someone you love, or it might mean planning quality time with family or friends. Or it might mean expressing appreciation to the people who matter most to you. The Ten of Cups does not happen by accident. It requires intentional cultivation of connection. I am picking up that for some of you, this card is asking you to take action on healing a relationship that has been strained. If there is someone you care about where things have been tense or distant, the universe is saying today is a good day to reach out and start repairing that connection. This might require vulnerability and the willingness to be the first one to extend an olive branch. But the potential for restored harmony is there. The Ten of Cups also represents creating a sense of home and belonging. So another action the universe might want from you is to take steps toward building or strengthening your sense of community. This could mean getting more involved in your neighborhood, joining a group or organization that aligns with your values, or simply investing more energy in the friendships and family relationships that make you feel like you belong. There is also a message here about taking action on your own happiness. The Ten of Cups is the card of emotional fulfillment, and it is asking you to actively pursue what brings you joy rather than putting it off until everything else is handled. Make time for the people and activities that fill your cup. This is not selfish. This is essential. I am also getting that this card might be asking you to take action on expressing gratitude for the blessings in your life. It is easy to focus on what is not working or what you wish were different, but the Ten of Cups is reminding you that there is probably a lot that is working and going well. Take action today on acknowledging that and letting the people in your life know how much they mean to you. The final card is the High Priestess. And this is a powerful card to end on because it brings everything full circle. The High Priestess represents intuition, inner knowing, and the wisdom that comes from within. When this card appears asking what you need to take action on, it is telling you that the universe wants you to trust yourself more and listen to your inner guidance. The specific action here is to take time today to actually tune into your intuition. This might mean meditating, journaling, going for a quiet walk, or just sitting in silence for a few minutes. The High Priestess is asking you to create space to hear that inner voice that often gets drowned out by the noise of daily life. You already know what you need to do about something. You just need to get quiet enough to hear it. I am sensing that there is a specific situation where you have been seeking outside advice or validation, but the High Priestess is telling you that the answer is already inside you. The action the universe wants is for you to stop looking externally and instead trust what your gut is telling you. This might feel scary because trusting yourself means taking responsibility for your choices, but it is also incredibly empowering. The High Priestess also represents mystery and unknown. So another way to interpret this card is that the universe is asking you to take action on being more comfortable with uncertainty. Not everything needs to be figured out right now. Not every question has an answer yet. Take action on releasing the need to know and control everything, and instead cultivate patience and trust in the unfolding. There is also something here about taking action on developing your spiritual or intuitive abilities. The High Priestess suggests that you have access to deeper wisdom and insight than you might realize, but it requires cultivation. Maybe the universe is asking you to take action on exploring practices like tarot, meditation, energy work, or whatever modality resonates with you for developing that inner knowing. I am also picking up that this card is asking you to take action on honoring your own mystery. You do not have to explain yourself or make yourself understood by everyone. There is power in keeping some things to yourself and not feeling like you have to justify your choices or your path to others. Take action on being more selective about what you share and with whom. The High Priestess is also connected to feminine energy and receptivity. So another action the universe might want from you is to take action on balancing your natural masculine Aries energy with more receptive, intuitive, feminine energy. This might mean spending more time in reflection rather than action, listening rather than speaking, receiving rather than giving. That balance is important for your overall well-being. So Aries, these are the 10 cards that came through when I asked what the universe wants you to take action on today. The Six of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Six of Wands, the Hanged Man, Death, Five of Swords, 10 of Cups, and the High Priestess. Each one has a specific message about where your energy and attention need to go. What strikes me about this reading is how much it emphasizes both practical action and inner work. The universe is not just asking you to do things externally. It is also asking you to shift internally, to trust yourself, to find balance, to let go of what no longer serves you. All of these actions are important, and they work together to move you forward on your path. I hope this resonated with you and gave you some clarity about what to focus on. If any of these messages hit home, I would love to hear about it. And remember, the universe is always supporting you, but it also needs you to meet it halfway by taking action on what you know needs to happen.